This week we take the role of a dogfighting gunner pilot.
I always wonder why the hell I'm doing this to myself. Then I recall the day I decided to become a military aviator and join the French Air Force squadron called Lafayette, composed largely of American volunteers. We decided to fight in the Great War long before the U.S. declared war on Germany. Now I curse it in turns with a prayer for life. James joined the squadron because he was fed up with living the mundane life of a farmer.
Hey, now wait a minute, what's wrong with being a farmer?
What the heck?
Spring is right around the corner, here on the bean farm.
And this is our review of
Red Wings American Aces.
I'd like to thank the publisher for providing me a review copy of the game prior to its release.
It was developed by All In Games. It was published by
All In Games.
This here rootin', shootin', bootin' airplane game came to the Nintendo Switch on March 31st for the cost of $11.99. Oh, sit on back. I'm about to tell you about the games I used to play when I was your age.
Shoot down all enemy warplanes.
See, aerial combat games used to litter the home console marketplace. There were some real memorable burners from this genre, which were extremely successful. Games like Afterburner, Star Fox, and X-Wing were held as the gold standard for many years. In recent years, we've seen it recreated with things like Star Wars Squadrons as a first-person multiplayer space combat game. Great. But that just ain't so fun with your laser beams and your light-speed shooter jet. I tell you what, just put me in a bi-wing with a machine gun, and we'll be all good. As the architecture and game fidelity in our gaming consoles have increased, the basic concept and gameplay
Enemy reinforcements
have
arrive.
remained the same. This week's game represents this evolution by running on a smaller Switch handheld, yet delivering a taste of that hot multiplayer action. So Red Wings American Aces is a continuation of the Red Wing series, which comes in a few improvements over its predecessor. The basic single player isn't much to throw a stick at. Basic missions, go attack the enemy, locate their hidden balloons, and fight off reinforcements. Rinse and repeat. The health recovery rings are available, but in the higher difficulty levels, these become far and few between. The single-player game here does allow players to choose from 3 standard difficulty levels. We got easy, normal, and hard.
Reinforcements arrive.
Yeah, it's a good one. As well as a creative mode, which allows players, like my 8-year-old, to create a playable world that's free of the frantic gun battles found in the other modes. She spent several hours just enjoying controlling her plane around the skies. Woo. And actually, up to this point, I've done nothing but describe a fairly dry, flavorless cracker of a game where the game really takes off is the multiplayer. Players can enjoy working together cooperatively or in traditional dogfights. There's also an option to play local couch co-op or just online multiplayer, which is a huge plus in my family because on any given road trips, there's always at least 3 Switches banging around in the back seat being played at any given time. And not to mention the ability for me to give my kids access to a game that is slightly more mature and aggressive than Peppa the Pig or Pokemon. So something along the line of aerial twin-wing dogfighting combat is a welcome addition in my library. Now, the game does have expanded gameplay throughout gaining stars for good performance during each level that can be used to unlock and upgrade future planes, which helps push the player to continue to improve the performance of their aircraft and extend your gameplay. Given all these praises, is there anything to improve here? Yeah, well, as a veteran gamer, I saw the telltale shortcuts to help frame rate performance, like short draw distances hidden by fog and clouds, Minimal textures for textures and basic repeated sky levels of just aerial combat, with no existence of ground, mountains, or structures beyond just aerial combat. Which is fine, because that's what we're here to do, right? But for a small package game that delivers what I wanted in a beautiful stylized package, Red Wings will be played around my house for years to come. Therefore, we're giving it 4 beans out of 5. Yep, well, that wraps up that review right there. Here's some notes I took. Where I put the keys to the truck. So, you know, we make these new review videos every week, so if you're an indie developer or there's something you want to see...
Fortnite, Dad. Do Fortnite.
Boy, you done lost your mind. Let us know your thoughts and recommendations in the comments down below. Be sure to visit again next week
As we continue to take humorous stabs at some of the industry's new and upcoming titles.
Stay safe out there. We'll see you next time on The Frog.